Okay everyone, let's talk comics. Let's do a flash review on the prolific Cullen Bunn's Bone Parish. This guy keeps putting out books, he never gets out of ideas, and this is one of his I wouldn't say latest ideas, but but because it's from 2019, but from Boom Studios. This is Bone Parish, like I said, this is volume 1. Let's take a leaf through, and at the same time I'll be telling you something about the story, of course. So let's skip to it. So Bone Parish is about a family that is rising to power, economical power, through the production of a very special drug that they call ash. And it's a drug that gives the consumers a very different high than traditional drugs. So it actually um, it enables you to experience other people's emotions and occurrences on their lives. So the book starts with a guy. It starts with a guy in the street, jumping and performing like he's in a rock concert, and then we see intertwined some images of an actual rock concert, and we don't understand exactly what's happening there. So what is really happening is that he has consumed ash from the body of an artist, of a singer, and so now is experiencing moments of his life like if he was there. So you get completely alienated and you think you're that person. And how is that conceived? So this family that we see here, and there's lots of names and people, so you know how I usually prepare for this. I don't prepare for flash reviews, and I'm terrible with names. But the book does help a lot, because every time, or better, many times when a character, there's a scenery change with new characters, then they call themselves by their names. I think that's intentional, because there's lots of characters. There's brothers, a mother, a deceased father, but that also appears here. So there's the brother that's taking care of business, there's the younger brother, then there's the the guys that aid them in collecting the bodies from where they produce the ash. Yes, that's it. They use cadavers, remains to extract the ash, and that leads us to another character. Not this one, this is the main, let's call it the main character. She's the mother of the family who's inherited the business. This girl here is the science girl, the only one that knows how to extract the ash from the bodies, and here is her lab where she produces the thing. So the drug isn't very well known because it's a very relatively new product. There are concerns on what it might cause to consumers. There might be severe reactions like this one, and you can actually overdose with it, just like any other drug, except that the trip is a trip to hell, even worse than any other drug. So this is the late husband, which our main character maintains alive by using ash made of his body. and she's almost out of it. This is the first victim of an overdose, so the police steps in. At the same time, the business starts getting attention from traditional drug dealers, men of power, and so they're actually invited to be bought, but they don't want to. This is a family business. They're just starting. They don't want to give it to someone else. So there will be some friction there, as the family will have to fight back, because turns out these guys don't get no for an answer. If they don't want to do the deal by good, they will have to do it the hard way. And so we start seeing that this family has many resources at their hand, just because of the ash, and we see how they can use it as how they can weaponize it. And that's more or less like that the book ends, with our first weaponized response, and it leaves us like that, knowing that they have been warned that there are not better, okay, more bad, worse. That's the way to say it. Worse people to be afraid of than these entrepreneurs that were trying to do it the good way, the business way, like the Mexican cartels. So yeah, quite interesting. This book is really well written, with good pacing. The dialogue is kept to, I was going to say to the minimum, but that would give you the wrong idea. It's modern, so you don't have those boxes explaining what's happening. You must have known by now that I don't really enjoy that kind of thing. Thing that belongs to the 90s and etc. And I must confess I don't miss it. So the dialogues are very straightforward. The action is straightforward, streamlined. You don't get confused, but still the book grabs a hold onto you, because it never stops. There's always something new. First you're discovering what the ash is, then how it is done, then the problems that the business imposes, then later there's that organization that wants to start negotiating with them, only them to find that they don't want to be a part of the business. They want to take on the business. Then after the refusal, there's a change in negotiation in the negotiation, so it starts to get violent. So there's not very much space to breathe here. In a relatively short book, you can imagine that to fit all of that, it's really a train, a non-stopping train. So looking forward to read volume 2. Highly recommend this. Bone Parish by Cullen Bunn, illustrations by Jonas Scharf, which I also liked a lot. The illustration, very clean, very noir. Yeah, that's it. So fortunately, it's another recommendation. There's so many books, so many good books today that we can read. It's really wonderful it's a wonderful time to be a comics reader. We're not limited to superheroes comics. There's lots of crime, supernatural, horror, and etc. that you can read, and good books indeed, and this is one of them. So that's it. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, like the video, please, and subscribe to the channel for new videos. We put lots of them out. Visit our web shop where you can buy this and many other books at Deviant.fun.biz. follow us on Facebook or Instagram, wherever. Just keep in touch. We like to hear from you. We like to help you find those books that you can't find, for example. We're kind of specializing in that, but we take some pleasure in doing it, going to the hunt. So until then, stay safe, stay well, and if you don't hear from us before, have a very, very nice new year. Well, bye bye. See you.